It's Kyle, and I'm here to talk to you about Anchor. Anchor is a hosting platform where you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Best of all, Anchor is completely free. It's what we're actually using to create our podcast. If you're thinking about making your own podcast, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Now, back to the show.
It's like the stuff that makes it into the episode is rather silly and dumb, and nobody knows how silly and dumb we are for like the first hour of it before we record.
Because we try and get a lot of the dumb stuff out.
Maybe that's the bread and butter, though. Why don't we just do that? We've been talking about a second podcast. We'll just record for an hour and then record for another hour.
See, yeah, that's a good idea. Because we do kind of like chat for like an hour.
That's just more time in the closet. Oh, you'll get real sweaty in there.
Right. Allegedly, I love it in here. So,
according to who?
The closet.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty biased.
Gotcha.
It's working on its Yelp reviews.
Yeah. Well, in Michigan, we quickly went from me having to check on the furnace to make sure it's not going to turn on to the podcast, to now I am sweating a puddle while I record. So if anyone's wondering how I'm doing, I'm soaked. It's like I went swimming.
Sweaty boy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
Ew. Air conditioning is the best.
It's too expensive.
I love the environment, but
nobody has money for that.
Air conditioning is the tits.
Nobody got time for that.
I'll sell my soul.
I mean, I would too, but I'd probably also find something better to spend my money on than air conditioning. Well, I guess it depends on how much I could get for my soul.
Probably not much.
I'm pretty decent.
About $3.50.
I feel like it's at least worth a $5.
$3.50.
Satan, if you're listening, I need $5 at least. Take it or leave it.
Lowball them. That's how you get them.
So we talked, what was it, episode 69 or 68?
Because of the implication.
One of the past episodes about video games and disc golf, and I didn't even realize or think about it, but you know how they have those, it's not virtual reality, but it's like you go and hit a golf ball into a screen. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, that for disc golf would probably be pretty cool, if I had to guess. And you could just take one disc, right? Because it doesn't matter how it flies. It just matters how it hits, right? Because you'd still have to like go through the like there still have to be like a choice, you know, like how, you know, pick a disc, pick the disc you're throwing on this hole, and then whatever you threw out of your hand, it doesn't really matter that much. Although I do think it would have to be quite a bit more sensitive than the ones they have built for the golf, whatever it's called. Does it have a name?
Yeah. I don't. Let's not name a name.
Okay, because it has to have, not only does it have to tell like the force that the disc is hitting, it also has to tell like the angle that you kind of put it on. So it's got to like read everything that kind of the way the disc hits, or else you're really not getting like a good idea of what they're trying to throw.
Sounds like a software engineer's dream, but I don't know.
If a video game, or what is it? It's not virtual reality. Is there a name for that? Like
augmented reality.
Okay, so if augmented reality video game creators are listening, there's an idea for you. Figure it out.
And you'll make billions.
Probably not billions. What, oh, well then that brought up my next thought. I don't remember where I was when I was thinking about all this, but in what way could you turn...
Let's be honest, you were pooping.
Like, I don't think I was, because I think I was driving out to see my friend Corey, because that's what, like, it was provoked by thinking about bar games, you know, like pool, darts. What other is there for bar games? Gambling, I guess. And I was like, what sort of way could you create a arcade like game like darts out of disc golf?
The mini discs.
Just mini discs? But then, what makes points? You know, is it just whom has the most makes after 21 throws? Is the, you know, like how do you create a dart-like game, but with disc golf in a bar? Shuffle, like a shuffle table, and then put a mini basket at the end of each one, and then like cornhole style.
Cornhole style.
That would be pretty fun. I'd play that at a bar.
I can't think of anything like.
That'd be similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a completely different thing. I mean, without getting like converting a whole like giant, you know, like pool's pretty easy to keep in a bar, darts are pretty easy to keep in a bar, but disc golf, even like minis, you would need kind of like quite a bit of room to create multiple ways to make many different points.
Right.
I was just trying to think of ways I could convince my friend Corey to put disc golf in his bar.
Oh, disc golf, beer pong.
Wouldn't that take a ton of room?
No, you can just kind of do it with like 5 mini baskets, you know?
How far apart do they need to be?
I don't remember.
30 feet? 25 feet?
It depends, because you're doing minis. We did it with regular discs.
Yeah. So that's why I'm just asking, like, in your opinion,
probably
doesn't
like
have to be
25.
We're in like that. All right, Corey, I'm coming for you. Can I convince you to buy 10 mini baskets?
I think it'd be worth his money.
Yeah, I think people would at least try it. They're really famous for pool. His dad runs like most of the pool leagues, so I don't think he's going to plan to get rid of any pool tables anytime soon to have disc golf in there.
You just put the baskets on the tables.
Oh, he would be pissed. He would kill us all.
Worth
and
it.
then fire Corey.
Dead air. This is the Ono Disc Golf Podcast. My name is Kyle.
My name is Eric.
We do this weekly. We try and release every Wednesday, but hasn't been happening
Sometimes
lately.
It doesn't happen.
This
so now just plan on it weekly. Just
someday
you'll get it once a week.
It will
but
come out. Could be Wednesday, could be Thursday.
Could be.
Code ONO for free shipping on any item at our Teespring store. Code ONO10 for 10% off at discbaron.com. Code ONO20 for 20% off over at frictiongloves.com. Follow us on the internet at Ono Disc Golf. That's all.
Yeah, do it all.
Nailed it.
If nobody's seen yet, Kevin Jones is doing live concerts at some of the tour stops. Is it just called electronic music, or is there a specific genre of electronic music that you would call it?
It's just electronic, but I think I don't know what specific subgenre he fits under.
I don't really enjoy electronic music, but there was a whole lot of people in the comments of all of them that hated pretty much anything he was doing, and I just think it's really weird to like hate on him for it, or just like be in a comment section hating on something that doesn't affect you at all. Do you still listen to a lot of?
I do listen to a bit. I think it, whatever he's making, if he's putting it out into the world, he's proud of it. So there's somebody who will like it. There's enough people to where somebody will like it.
There's people who listen to it just because it's Kevin Jones doing it,
That too.
I mean, you can tell he's having a blast. Like, he's enjoying himself. I think he looks like he's probably having a blast probably 90% of his life, if I had to guess.
I mean, then fuck all the haters and...
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't care. I don't understand the want to like diss it. I don't know. It's just the things people are saying are like, oh, that's easy, but yet none of them have done it, It'd be like me talking about how pool's easy if I've never played pool, because pool's not that easy. Electronic music is the disc golf of the music world. If you don't do anything with making electronic music, you probably think it's easy, just like many people look at disc golf and think it's just as easy as throwing a frisbee. But it's harder and more complicated than it looks.
Takes a ton of effort and skill. And yeah, same thing. You're right.
I mean, anybody could make it, like I could make it. That doesn't mean it's going to be good. Just like anyone can throw a disc. That doesn't mean it's going to be good.
And like, don't get me wrong, I don't love what he's produced, but I'm happy that he's happy making it.
Yeah, I'd barely even listen to it. I think I just play like I don't think devil's advocate is the word. I just like going to comment sections looking to like defend stuff. What would that be called?
Eric likes to watch the world burn. Call him the Joker.
No, I'm trying to stop people from being rude and mean. I'm Batman, if anything.
You're Robin.
No, I don't have a millionaire adoptive father.
Is there a joke in there somewhere?
The whole thing is a joke. All right, then we're moving on. Discmania just released the new C-Line DD3. First time the DD3 has ever been in C-Line plastic. And they just got 3 new molds approved. A P1, which is like a shallower, more straighter P2, which is basically sounds like it's just not a cloud breaker. What is this called? Rainmakers, because that's what a rainmaker is a slightly shallower and straighter P2. So
it's nothing new.
Yeah, I'm wondering if, because they made the P1 and then they started making more of the P1X, so I wonder if they just took out the X of the P1 and then are now calling the P1X the P1, which is like a beaded version of it. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. And then they got a cloud breaker, just a cloud breaker. They have the DD3, which is a cloud breaker, but they have now a mold just called a cloud breaker. Swirly, the picture of it's real swirly. And then they got the FD3 approved, or the new mold of the FD3. So look for that.
New old stuff. Ooh.
I mean, I'm pretty pumped. The new FDs are money. I haven't tried the new PDs yet, and I haven't tried a new DD3, but I've barely thrown an old DD3, so I don't have a whole lot to compare it to.
I need to get a new FD.
The new ones are so nice. Oh my god, so nice. Especially, oh man, if I could find a real flat one. I hope Discmania, because I know you're listening. Please, when you do this new second run of FDs, because that's like the money run is the old second runs, make them flat. Just like, I don't know what you have to do, if you have to like pull them out of the mold when they're still warm and just like sit on them. But please do it.
Put some butt cheeks on it.
Yeah.
Just for Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Make those discs clap.
So I wasn't going to say anything about this, but I realized it's kind of funny. I was going to start a new segment this week called Things That We Forgot on the last episode. And that's all I wrote down. And I forgot what we forgot on the last episode. So I'm not saying anything about what we forgot other than that.
We forgot.
I just thought the humor and all that was right on par with...
It's on brand. Good try.
Who we are. Want to give a quick shout out to Daniel Chambliss. He won the NADGT tournament at Frisco, Colorado this past weekend, and he's going on to the NADGT Championship. He's if you listen to the episode with him, he's from First Flight Disc Golf, the owner and operator of that, which is episode 19. So check that out. Yeah, really great guy. Super excited to see him get that win. One last, Eric McCabe, because I know you're listening. Please, for the love of all that is good, make another run of flat EMAC truths. That's all I want, is just like board flat EMAC truths.
Can all you get is doughy ones?
Yeah, all the new runs have been pretty domey. I haven't bought in, I guess, like a new stock run, but the last year's 2 tour series have had a decent amount of dome to them. The Fusion X one have like pop top, and then the Lucid X ones are small amount of dome. I got one from my buddy Bill that he was getting rid of some discs, and that's about the flattest one I've found. It's not a really old one, but it's decently flat.
I'm still just throwing my money line one.
Yeah, I got that one too in the bag, but I wanted one as like a backup. Yeah, that one's my favorite. That one's like my go-to when I need a mid-range shot, but I
do that, and then I have all the truths. So I have like a really beat up flippy one that I have is my go-to.
Yeah, I got my one Lucid one and then my new Lucid one in the bag. The new Lucid one is a sweet Mario mushroom stamp on it. Not that type of mushroom stamp, but like the grow big mushroom, whatever those are called. You want to talk about the war that's going on?
There's 2 wars. Go download me a hoagie off the internet.
Those 2 words don't go together. All right, we just finished up, or they just finished up at the Portland Open this past weekend. It was at Blue Lake Disc Golf Course and Glendoveer, I believe it's pronounced. Glendoveer was a disc golf course, and Blue Lake was a golf course, and Blue Lake was where 2014 Worlds was at. In case nobody knows.
Everyone cared. Everyone cared, yeah.
If you watched the Portland Open, the last thing you cared about was that it was at Worlds in 2014. Anyway, we had an FPO, Katrina Allen, taking home 3rd with a 10 under. Ohn Scoggins taking home 2nd with 11 under. And Val Mandujano taking home 1st at 20 under.
Just destroying the field.
Yeah, she's been playing insane all year. And I feel so bad because she signed a 2-year contract, so she's not going to be able to negotiate for more money for another year, which is sad because she's been at the top almost, 4 out of the however many tournaments at least she's been like fighting for the lead. I think she's won 3, so at least 4.
And let's go Ohn.
Yeah, she's like, I want to be Ohn Scoggins when I grow up somehow. She's like the funniest character person to watch on tour, I think, ever. And she's well past what I think anyone would consider to be prime. She's like, can compete in MP4 or FP40.
Right.
And she's just out there taking home 2nd.
And slinging it.
Yeah. And FPO. So that's like the dream, is compete when everyone thinks you shouldn't be competing anymore. Scott Stokely. Just like Scott Stokely.
Or
MPO.
Johnny McRae up until when he got hurt.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd call it hurt, but yeah.
What was it?
He had a heart attack.
Hurt, yeah.
His heart hurt, okay? His heart attacked him.
I remembered something about him.
Yeah, he's on the road to recovery. I don't know if he's going to come back and compete full time, but I'm sure he can still beat my ass in disc golf. In MPO, we had Issac Robinson finishing at 3rd at 28 under. Garrett Gerthy in 2nd at 33 under, and Simon Lizotte winning again back-to-back at 34 under. Go Simon.
Well,
and go Garrett
Simon.
For being right there.
Guess you just have to have a kid and then you can win some tournaments.
Yeah. I think it was the injury. It taught him how to play smart golf. He had to slow down and be smart about it. The funny thing was, there is a video out there where Simon finds a Simon line and throws like way out and around everything and just lets it fade back in. And then the next day, Paul McBeth steps up and takes the same route.
That's funny.
Yeah, so
he's watching.
Yeah, right. He's like, oh yeah, that's pretty good, because it's just a big hyzer. It's like a whereas normally you got to throw it like it's like a turnover shot, but it's like a long shot. So it's like hard to get your disc to stay turning right, or you have to throw a really big forehand. And
ain't nobody got time for that.
No. Paul McBeth is just trying to probably buy his time until he can get his 6th win and then retire to creating courses all over the world.
I'd play Paul Macbeth course.
Go to Virginia.
They probably suck.
The one, I think it's Virginia. I'm probably wrong on that, but the one that he built, like that's near his, where he lives, is probably looks like one of the toughest courses to ever play. It's like super long and super wooded. Exactly what he likes. It's tough. Tough. So it was half of it was on a golf course, and I feel like I've talked about how much I don't like golf courses on here a lot.
You have, yeah.
You guys are probably tired of it.
Maybe a bit.
This one, I think, probably did the best with it. I think it was the same thing last year, where instead of just using fairways, they shot across fairways, or they'd start like off a fairway, and then you had to like come over. I don't know. You had to like come over and around it, and then you finished.
You just don't like lazy design.
I don't even know if I'd call it lazy design. I think the golf courses that I'm used to seeing, like Las Vegas, Emporia Country Club. There's one more that was in my head, and I can't remember it now. Anyway.
Your mom's backyard?
Yeah. They are set up for where there's stuff in the way, but you can still find ways around it all. I guess that's wrong because
how else do you want a course to be, Eric?
In the one in Portland Open, the trees were so big that you had to hit the gaps. I don't know how to explain it. You just go watch the Cole Redallen highlight video and watch him hit these gaps with a disc that's so high in the air and turning right. There's no golf course other than this one that I've seen them play disc golf on where you do something like that. So it's not that I hate golf courses, as I just want, I don't know if I'd call it lazy design. I just want it to still be like complicated. I want it to be hard, is all.
More difficult?
That's it. Yeah, more difficult.
Flaming.
Another one that
baskets.
Flaming baskets?
Yeah, like on fire.
I don't know if that'd be difficult. More of just dangerous.
Yes.
Another one that I think uses a golf course well with all the elevation change is the challenge at Goat Hill. I know it's like mostly open, but there's so much elevation change that it makes shots a little bit more exciting for me. It's all personal preference, but I think I just hate Vegas is the main thing.
I think that's what we
and
came
park
down
golf.
to, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of because that's what Emporia Country Club doesn't even, it reminds me of a golf course because of how the grass is cut. But if that was just like all the same grass, like the same length grass everywhere, it would just look like a park course,
right.
Like a nice park to me, which I don't know what's better. I'm not a big park guy. I just like the woods, okay?
Where are we at next week, Eric?
Beaver State Fling at Milo, Mciver, and that is the woods. There will be no live disc golf, not even on Sunday, because it's too wooded that they can't film live there. So that's why they're doing more golf courses, which is, I'm okay with missing out on live disc golf. I think we've talked about it before.
We have.
I know we have, where I would rather wait for coverage and have it be wooded courses.
I think they should just, get the coverage looking.
Yeah, just get it, bro.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah. Let people complain that.
Install a cell tower, bro.
Yeah, everywhere. Just instead of trees, remove the trees and just install cell towers
Disc
for
Golf
every tree.
Pro Tour Verizon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the Pro Tour just needs to get a sponsorship by a cell phone company, right? Or not a cell phone, but like a cell phone
Yeah, but then
provider.
if it cuts out, looks pretty bad.
Yeah, I guess so. That makes sense. Fuck cell phone service companies.
3, 2, 1. Top worms.
Now it's all you can think about. We're probably going to have to take a quick commercial break while Kyle has a worm break. For our top 5 today, we did our top 5 holidays to play disc golf on.
Because we play disc golf instead of hanging out with our family. I think that's what we came down to.
Yep, that was like the ending. That's what we figured out about ourselves. We love our family, but not as much as we love disc golf. Inanimate plastic flying objects.
I hope people don't listen to this.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, family.
For number 5, we picked July 4th and the day after. If you are one who likes to party while you play disc golf, people will probably be out there having a good time. And if you like a quiet round, if you go out the day after, a lot of people are going to be hungover and not on the course. So you'll get the whole course to yourself, play at your own pace.
It's so much better than having people when you're an antisocial person. Also, when you're like 4 years, 7 months sober, it's kind of nice to just have the course to yourself, and it's just kind of cool.
Yeah. Kyle has to worry about not having the course to himself a lot more than I do. I'll often go out and no one will be on the course. It's a little bit different if I go to like the Tri-City area, but it still is never busy enough where I'm like waiting on people. So it means a lot more to him than me.
True story. Number 4, Memorial Day.
How often do you get a Monday off? For you workers out there, or people who go to school too.
Yeah.
Not very often. So when you get a Monday off, you frickin' take advantage of that and you go throw some frisbees.
I agree, but yeah.
I totally read that article about Akron's bad water. That was fun.
It was pretty bad, right?
Yeah. I was like, oh, great. I love it.
Sorry. That's why I didn't tell you about it right away, because it's just kind of depressing.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, onto the list. We picked number 3, Thanksgiving. Some people go out and play football. I'm not really a football player, so I'll go out and play some disc golf. Also, I don't eat turkey, so everybody else falls asleep while I'll sneak out and go play disc golf.
Get out in the morning, get out at night. Probably play 2 rounds.
I can't get out
day.
in the morning. I'm the cook now.
Oh.
Just at night, yeah. Once everyone's winding down or go and do their own thing.
He's got a plan.
All right. Again, if you go out on the holidays, most people are inside with their families, so you get the course to yourself, which is the exact opposite of our number 2.
Right. Yeah, this is a day that everyone should be out on the course. August 6th. It's National Disc Golf Day. Go play. Tell somebody about the sport. Get somebody to play who's never played before.
It is the first Saturday in August, so this year it's August 6th. Sorry, I guess I should have wrote that in for Kyle, but...
Thanks, Eric. You just fucked me over.
So, make sure you get out there.
This is where I'm quitting this episode.
That's it.
That's
Final
it. We're
straw.
done. Bye.
Final straw. Me and Kyle used to skateboard, as you've probably heard millions of times over again, and we always made sure we got out on Let's Go Skateboarding Day. So now it's a thing to always get out on National Disc Golf Day. We actually almost put Let's Skateboarding Day for number 2 or Go Skateboarding Day, because we should just do that, because it's like
we miss it.
What's that called?
We're just old.
And injure easily. Finishing off our list, we picked number 1, New Year's Day, for pretty much the same reason we picked most of them. You'll have the course to yourself.
No, but New Year's Day is particular because literally anybody who drinks on New Year's Eve. So, as a non-drinker, it's a great time to be alone.
Man, I thought we were going to be happy this episode, but we were wrong.
It's happy. I enjoy it.
No, just the way you said it. It's a great time to be alone.
It is. I enjoy being alone.
I know, but
it's weird.
The way you said it, it didn't sound like it, is all I'm saying.
I'm just tired. So
And New Year's Day was my highest rated round ever. Yay! So
Boo.
It's a good day for me. How rude.
It was beautiful this past year, though. I think it was like in the 60s that day.
Yeah, it was cold as fuck and snowing here, so
I remember it very fondly.
I'm pretty used to that by the time New Year's Day rolls around.
Yeah. Fuck Michigan.
So it's not a big deal. That's it. That's the episode. That's episode 71. Let us know what's your favorite holiday to play disc golf on, and when you sneak out from said celebrations for holidays, do you take your family with you, or just a friend, or do you go alone?
Thank you for listening. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you could tell a friend or throw us a review on whatever you're listening to, something that would be appreciated. Not mandatory, just
appreciated.
Appreciated.
Well, we will see you guys next week.
And we'll catch you on the flip side.